Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of a Minecraft movie on HBO. And I'm glad I didn't go to see this in the theaters. I recorded it just to see what was kind of going on with it, and holy goddamn fucking shit. I would not recommend this to anyone who's a Minecraft fan, or a fan of Jack Black, or a fan of Jason Momoa. Now, Jason Momoa and Jack Black make it tolerable enough, but this is definitely franchise cash-in. This is, like, the fucking, movie adjacent, like, picture this reverse. You know how there's usually a movie and then a movie tie-in video game? Reverse that somehow, and you've got pretty much the same kind of fucking quality. This, I don't know. This doesn't feel like it would be good for a fan of Minecraft at all, because it is just used in the background. It falls into the perennial trap of any Transformers movie or Kaiju movie, where they think we're there for just the human characters. And I'm like, no, we're here for Godzilla and the Transformers doing shit. And of any kind of franchise to do this with, this should line up more with like D&D. Like, you'd be like, well, D&D would be hard to kind of make a movie with. I'm like, yeah, but you could just make whatever story you want and dress it up and be good with it. This should have been like an animated movie, just doing shit in Minecraft. Like, a lot of this stuff that's done in there for the crafting or whatnot is just kind of basic in there because checklist, we gotta make sure that people know that this is Minecraft doing this. I'm like, yeah, but there's better ways to organically work it into the script and everything and execute it better than just being like, oh, okay, we gotta make shit to fight the bad guys and shit. And this isn't me shitting on it because it's Minecraft. Like, even though I haven't really gotten into Minecraft, I've played it a little bit. You make your own kind of shit with it. It's video game Legos. That's awesome. I think that the fans of Minecraft deserve better than this. Like, there's barely any work done for the characters involved with actually actively utilizing the Minecraft IP well. I was flabbergasted watching this. So, we're pretty much introduced to Steve, and he wants to mine as a kid, but no children are allowed, so he's got this, like, stare down with this old dude, like, ah. And then we see him grow up to Jack Black, and he's selling doorknobs and shit, and decides, fuck it, let me do this shit, and then goes into the mine, finds this cube, and, that pretty much looks like the Tesseract, the Orb of Dominance, and the Earth Crystal, puts them together, opens up a portal, gets to the overworld, and does shit. He's able to tame a wolf that he names Dennis, but the thing is, he's going around, tooling around, and eventually finds this thing to this place called the Nether, where he gets captured by Malgosia, a gold-obsessed piglin, and wants to take it over, but he lets Dennis have the Orb of Dominance and everything, and takes it to the real world, and hides it under a bed, and then we get into what's going on present times. And the thing is, we have Jack Black doing singing and stuff, and the thing is, I like his singing and his style of coming up with songs and everything. It just feels too corpo kind of shit, where they just give him the barest kind of shit with, like, singing about lava chicken and shit like that. It's like, he's good. Let him in on the process and let him do shit. Like, what the fuck? And she needs that for control of the overworld. And then we get, like, introduced to Jason Momoa's character, Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, who is this 1980s video game champion dude with a video game store in Chugless, Idaho. So he pretty much goes through and buys this storage thing because he thinks there's an Atari in there because the dude told him to. They have this weird kind of thing that the dude wants to hang out with him, and he's like, whatever, sure, let's see how this goes. But he just finds the Orb of Dominance kind of shit. Then we get introduced to this really random sibling pair of Henry, who Jason who Garrett and Steve call Hank throughout the entire film, which I don't know if it was some kind of inside joke for Jason Momoa and Jack Black to do. It's just like, if you go through this movie and think of this kid as just Hank, because that's the name that they keep saying, I do not blame you, because there's barely anything to this kid. He's kind of creative. He tries to create a jetpack that blows off the fucking tater dude at the company that his sister's working at. Their parents evidently, well, mother had like passed away, and she's raising him now, and that is dealt with nowhere at all. Like, there's a lot of right things to go in on that. Like, she has to raise her sibling, and we don't know exactly how old she is. I mean, sure, I don't know if I've gotten to a point where everyone below a certain age looks like they're in a tighter kind of age group. That doesn't really work for me, because I've now started watching shows. I'm like, those motherfuckers aren't in high school for shit. They're fucking, like, 20s at the fucking bare minimum. 30s if you're fucking going, like, nobody looks like that shit. Here, it was almost like the opposite of, like, can she support herself? Like, what the fuck? And she's evidently made friends with Dawn, who is a real estate agent / mobile petting zoo person. And that's it. They're like cardboard caricatures. He's creative, pretty much linking him up with Steve's creativity and shit, wanting to do stuff in Minecraft. And she's just supposed to look after her sibling, and then the one needs to, like, do her petting zoo kind of shit. So, pretty much, the kid gets made, like, this tater tot pizza thing by the sister to share at school to make friends. But he makes friends with Garrett instead. And, of course, he accidentally blows up the tater dude motherfucker and instead enlists Garrett's help. And then pretty much gets the Orb of Dominance. They go check it out at this kind of place. The sister's freaking out because they've disappeared, and then all 4 of them get sucked into the overworld and are like, what the fuck's kind of going on here? It's like, oh, alright. Okay, cool. And of course, Malgosia learns about the orb getting back and releases Steve to pretty much go get it. He's pretty much just making shit in her basement kind of shit. Dungeon. Then he kind of helps them and defeats the monsters and everything, but of course it's more CGI. Like, I don't fault the actors. This goes into the Star Wars prequel effects, where they just... Yeah, it sounds cool to pretty much do CGI for all this kind of stuff, but then you start trying to, like, look at it and seeing Jack Black kind of fighting the monsters. You do the best that you can, but sometimes you kind of need more kind of practical kind of effects to kind of bridge a kind of gap. It's just like, you could tell he's just doing whatever kind of crazy shit that he can do, and then the CGI people have to kind of work kind of overtime to kind of line the shit up. It's like, alright. And then one of the people kind of like escapes and pretty much gets with the vice principal of Henry's school, who's played by Stifler's mom. And if you don't know, okay, Jennifer Coolidge, Two Broke Girls, also the American Pie series, that's why the Stifler's mom kind of thing. She gets hooked up with this fucking villager from the fucking overworld, who, best part of the movie is when you get to the credits and the dude speaks and it's in Matt Berry's voice, Laszlo from What We Do in the Shadows, and I'm like, I mean, that kind of at least saved it a little bit for me. I'm like, yeah, I fucking love Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows. He just fucking, oh god, So, we're pretty much seeing to make sure that we can keep this going on, but the thing is, we have lost one of the earth crystals because it is broken. Let's see here. Yeah. Because, in the commotion with all the zombies and everything attacking everybody, Garrett kind of falls and gets screwed over on that kind of thing. So they need to go to like the Woodland Mansion. That's where it's at. So they decide to stop off at this village, pretty much get some stuff, the chicken and all that kind of shit. Get some kind of things like that. But of course, it's attacked by the piglins. There's evidently this wart thing that allows them to kind of go out. Malgosia evidently was doing like this stuff. Because we kind of get her backstory that she was laughed at for wanting to be a dancer and then just went like, alright, fuckers, I want all the gold. Alright, let's see how this kind of works out for your ass. Garrett pretty much tries doing this, Steve, in being like, hey, listen, I need money. Take me to some diamonds and shit. And he's like, alright, fine, cool. So, they go off. We see that Dawn and Natalie, the sister, yeah, pretty much are like on there and they're trying to pretty much find a map or whatnot. So they pretty much spin in circles until they reunite with the group. We get a whole kind of mind sequence as this great hog tries to pretty much kick their asses, but they're able to get out of there. And they arrive at the mansion. Pretty much we had also seen these kind of teleporting things. At least they did some foreshadowing because Garrett accidentally used the one that Steve had in his like little base, which was looked after by a villager, strangely enough, in that village. And we see that it's like this earth crystal's guarded by all these various different kind of enemies, but Henry's able to kind of like get in, figure out what's going on, and crack out through and take down this enemy and get a new teleportation thing. So we see that they get out of there, but Malgosia gets it. We get this whole thing that Garrett pretty much sacrifices himself to let Steve and Henry get away. He, of course, comes back later during the big kind of fight sequence. Malgosia's got the thing, pretty much destroying the overworld at this point, but they kind of utilize... Henry goes through and utilizes his crafting skills and his creativity to make all these kind of like super-powered iron golems, and has them fight pretty much the piglins. They pretty much shoot themselves... Henry shoots himself up and pretty much gets the Orb of Dominance. Steve has like all the diamond armor and shit, fights Malgosia and stops her. She does this whole thing where she keeps trying to stab him with a knife, but keeps getting screwed over. Of course, Garrett comes back out and helps out. And they get back to the real world. Steve eventually following. And Steve and Garrett pretty much take over the video game kind of thing. It's now running well for some odd reason. I don't know if even the diamonds would have pretty much shuttled over. We see that Dawn has her zoo with Dennis. Natalie's a self-defense teacher. Henry completed his jetpack. It doesn't even explain why his store is doing better. It's just... they just plot reason it. This movie is kind of almost made for, like, no one and everyone at the same time, and just... like, if you're fans of these actors, you'd probably check it out and be like, what the fuck? If you're thinking, oh, this'll take it, because we get the whole chicken jockey and everything like that, I'm like, okay, fine, cool. It's just like, it doesn't have enough Minecraft in it for me to even be like saying that it's a decent enough Minecraft movie for a Minecraft fan. I'm just, even as a kids movie, it does not give a shit. It definitely treats kids as like, oh, here's just every kind of like key jangly kind of thing, and kids aren't stupid. They're gonna be like, alright, okay, sure, we've got our basic kind of plot stuff, but you're really not doing much with it, and you're not really doing much with this thing that I like, Minecraft. It's, you barely get your token kind of stuff of like, hey, here's this crafting sequence and shit. It's like, okay. It didn't reach the levels of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, where that was the first time I have seen someone that would have to actively know what certain fan servicey kind of moments would be and intentionally fuck it up. Like the whole Jill sandwich thing. Oh, this is Jill's sandwich. It's like, that's not why people are into it. It's a dad joke. Jill almost got crushed by a trap in the mansion, and Bear's like, you were almost a Jill sandwich. It's not just being like, oh, this is Jill's sandwich. That doesn't mean jack fucking shit. And just putting something in there like that doesn't do that. This doesn't get to that level, but I would still be like, there are better Minecraft things out there. There are better movies out there. I mean, I didn't expect top tier level kind of movie making here, but I expected at least a coherent kind of thing instead of being like, throwing everything at the wall and being like, fuck it, it's just gonna print money. It's like, I guess it kind of did for you, but holy fucking shit. I wouldn't recommend it for plot, character development, world development. I mean, I would barely call these characters. They're just almost archetypes of young creative kid, guardian of creative kid, realtor because why the fuck not, 80s gamer dude, Steve, because of Steve being linked with the Minecraft franchise. The thing is, it's potential. It definitely had the potential to be fucking good. And the Malagosia stuff of what we were getting, and the piglins and everything, yeah, you could have worked that a little bit better. That one was probably the most kind of fleshed out we kind of got. And I'm like, okay, cool. At least that happened pretty much with the villain and antagonistical kind of force. I mean, clearly defined motivations. It at least worked on that level. I'm like, okay, I'll give you that. That's about what I got. Everything else at the resolution, I don't get, man. Like, I get it, but we missed getting there. It's like, alright, whatever. So, I really wouldn't recommend this. Like, for fans, I mean, you could put it on to have noise on in the background for someone. Young, old, done, indifferent to the fucking shit going on, sure. But, shit, I don't know, man. So, those are my opinions on the movie. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.